hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the roast. Of course, I am Sugar Chris, and I'm running a little late. Obviously, I'm about almost an hour late, but that's okay because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a stream. But then I was like, I need to do a stream because of if I don't, this is the day normally scheduled program. Don't want to throw that off. But the people I had reached out to for the show. They couldn't make it and everything. There a while back, and then last night I tried to scramble and get a hold of some people to come on, but they couldn't do it. So I was like, you know what? I'll just show off the new guns I got and talk a little while and stuff, and then I'll just wrap it up. I'll have a short stream. Probably need to have a short one anyway. I haven't had like any chocolate milk in like 2 or 3 days, and then I had that soda. I drank soda when the plumber was over here because I had to try and stay up, and then had a little bit of soda to drink that night to try and carry me through the night. So I've had no flavor since then, and it's making me like I'm like, oh, I need to. Oh, I got water, and it's driving me nuts. So I need to get me some chocolate milk. But let's see. Who we got in the chat? We got Mo here. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo, if you're here, that can mean only one thing. The show is very late and gay. Yeah, a little late. Always gay. Let's see. Mo says, I'm early and surly today. Uh-oh. This is welcome to the firing range. I mean, morning roast for the Civil War in West Virginia. Wait, no, World War I, come to life again, at least in Sugar's blunderbuss collection. Good morning, Chris. Amendment to the chat. I do not own a blunderbuss. That's one I don't have. Wouldn't mind having one. I was eyeballing some signal cannons yesterday. That was on an online auction. But I ain't got that kind of money. At least the toilet is fixed. It was never the toilet. The toilet is fine. It was my bathtub. Let's see. He gave me this thing. He handed me this thing. Said it was broke. I don't know what it is. He said that was broke, and then he said that another thing was put in upside down, and that's why I was another reason why I was having the leak and everything. So he fixed that, and half the stuff I ended up buying I didn't need, so I could probably take them back. But yeah, so got that all fixed. Took a shower today, no leak. So hopefully it stays that way, and I don't have to worry about nothing. All right. But yeah, I did while he was here. I did let him have my Civil War gun, one of them. So since he's a reenactor and everything, in that way he would have something that much more closely resembles a actual Civil War gun. So I gave him that. And in exchange for it, he gave me 4 black powder guns. And so I figured, well, I'll show you guys those. I don't know what they're worth or anything like that because I haven't kept up with modern day pricing. I'll be honest. I haven't kept up with modern day gun pricing and everything. And plus, I don't keep up with modern guns. It's all old military history stuff usually. Okay, it wasn't the toilet. It was the meth tub. Yeah, get it right. The bathtub drain was clogged with fur from Sugar's soap and grope furry fiesta. What? Soap and grope. Oh Lord! No, the drain was. I did have to unclog it there the other day for all this hair that I, have and everything. I pulled out like a giant clump. Oh, hey, Ice Queen. Let's see. America, where you're trading firearms with the plumber while he's working on your sink. Yeah. Why not? It's West Virginia, baby. Mountain Mama. So these four are the ones here I got on the couch are the ones that he traded for. Let's see. So we got this one here. It is a shoot Kentucky rifle, model 292. It's made in Japan, I do believe. That's what it says, ain't it? Sears Roebuck and Company, Chicago, Illinois, made in Japan. Well, so obviously a modern day depiction of the Kentucky rifle. Not the actual Kentucky rifle, unfortunately. A legitimate Kentucky rifle is going to cost you probably a lot more than this baby. It is interesting to see how it turned out. You can kind of tell it's was made in Japan. An interesting looking gun. But my hope is that when I get these, maybe I can sell them or take them to somebody and trade them up or something. I got to get them cleaned up. They're kind of showing some rust. But my hope is that maybe I can sell them and make back what I had paid for the Civil War gun, because it'd be nice to get some money. I wouldn't complain actually getting some money and everything. That way I could go towards paying off the house, making up for some of the spending I've had to make. This one here has a little scope there, and it also has the sling. Show her off. Yeah, so it's got clearly, this one ain't as bad. That other one has a decent amount of rust on it. This one ain't so bad. This one's pretty cleaned up. Yeah. This one's made in Italy. We got Great Plains rifle. Made in Italy. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, they exchanged artillery. All right. I actually thought about, because he's a reenactor I was talking to him about it. I've been thinking about doing that myself. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be pretty cool to go and do reenactments. I could take you all with me. Have Mom, like, maybe record it or something. You all could see me up there, part of the firing line as I get shot and fall over and then lay in the ground with the cannons going off and whatnot. Hey, there's McGee. Hey, McGee. Sugar, even if you're going to shoot me with one of your rifles, I think Country Road sucks. Whoa. Whoa. That's all right. That's all right, Soul. I understand. You don't get it. You're not from West Virginia. That's our anthem. We gotta. You know, I'm by blood made to love that song. Mr. Sugar asked the plumber to help him test out his work by bathing together before he left. We got to see if there's any leaks. I should end up adding like little sound clips of those, like porn memes. Just put them in here, since everybody's always making weird jokes about me. Sugar sounds so much chipper after getting his pipe clean. Shut up, Pale Rider. Oh, Lord. Sugar, you'll never go on safari anyway. This one is useless. It has no spread, and you need to aim. Lordy. Has no spread. You need to aim. Oh, Lord. Let's see. This one here is interesting. Let me show it there. Also with the scope, but it's interesting. Somebody engraved it. Somebody had engraving done on it. I'm pretty sure that engraving's not standard, so somebody's done that. I'm pretty sure this engraving on the stock. Yeah. So it looks nice. Got our scope there. Let's see. And this is Connecticut Valley Arms Hawken rifle, made in Spain. Of course it is. Everything's made everywhere but here. So it needs some cleaning up. The receiver's looking a little scuffed there. Yeah, it looks a little rough. But yeah, that's looking a little. Yeah, it needs cleaned. The barrel needs cleaned, I see. But still, the engraving's nice and all. But still, the scope on it looks nice. Not the scope, but the engraving on it looks nice and everything. And of course, the added accessories of the scope, and then 2 of them having a sling, 3 of them having a scope. The scope might help raise the price. Maybe I can get some decent money out of them. Let's see. Let me see what everybody's saying. Pipes clean. It wasn't even cleaned. My pipes were not cleaned. They were fixed. It was my bathroom pipes, Mickey, for my bathtub. Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you. Because he swapped trading cards. I mean, rifles with the plumber Pokemon has nothing like this guy. Oh, Lord. Had his pipes reamed. What? Pale Rider, quit lying. Ice Queen says, when are you going to play some more Baldur's Gate? Well, I mean, I could play more. I just didn't think anybody was watching. So I haven't played it since. But I could play more. Let's see. I haven't played it since the last stream, so it's not like I've played offline or anything. Let's see. Sugar, that's fair. Low standards in music could be passed on from generation to generation. I don't want to hear it, Soul. I've heard some of that German music. You know, they're not exactly all bangers over there. Mo says, once Sugar finishes converting his home into a bathhouse, he'll never go outside again. Lord. God. I don't even know what a bathhouse looks like. Why? I mean, every third of them looks kind of okay, but there are so many fillers. What's that about? What are you talking about? Fillers. Every third of them looks kind of okay, but there are so many fillers. What are we talking about? So I don't know what you mean. The scope on this looks like it's taped. What? Come on now. Should clean the barrel. I will, Soul. I will. I'm going to work on it. That's probably what you'll see me doing during streams. I'll be cleaning my barrel while you guys watch. Yeah. Let's see. My pipes weren't even cleaned. They were fixed. Sugar is tired of being judged for abandoning so many kids who's getting a vasectomy. Oh God, I am not getting a vasectomy. I have no need for that. And who knows? Maybe I would like to have kids one day. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But I kind of like the idea of having the option. Ice Queen says, I'm thinking of streaming my gameplay. Well, that sounds like fun. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. What are you going to play? Oh, you got Shadow Hawk, Hail Hail. Sugar, German folk and Schlager music is terrible, but I would never say that I like it because I'm born there. It says, I don't even know what a bathhouse looks like. Sugar always finds more interesting things to look at than its surroundings. Oh, God. No, Ice Queen also has ball. Oh, that's right. You were asking if it had co-op. Yeah. She's addicted. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is a fun game. It is fun, and all the options you have is really nice. I like all the different options. You can do whatever you want with it. It's kind of fun. I've been playing it safe though. I'm playing that safe good guy run through. I think if I ever get to the second playthrough, I'm just going to do crazy stuff with it. Sugar, if you want kids, you better get on it. Mermaid's clock is ticking. Oh Lord. Mermaid don't even come around to the stream no more. Come on now. Y'all scared her off properly. Sugar, wipe your beard. You have a Shut up. There is no plumber on my chin. Okay. And the last one here. The more modern looking black powder. All right. We got Traditions Buck Hunter Pro Inline, made in Spain, Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Huh. Huh. Interesting. So is it a single shot? Put it in and fire. Huh. Yeah, it must be a single shot. Neat. And it also has the scope there on the rails. And the barrel looks pretty decent. It looks like it's in decent shape. Might need a little cleaning. And it comes with its sling as well. Yeah, not bad. Nice little scope. I don't know how much the scopes are. How much the scopes are worth, of course, but maybe perhaps with the slings and scopes, maybe they'll have some added value. Maybe I can get a decent price out of them. Because, hey, I gotta figure out who I'm going to sell them, where I'm going to sell them at, and everything. Because I'd like to sell them, get a decent amount of money off of them, and that way I can put that towards getting either working on the house or getting it paid off or whatnot. Oh, we got Ace. Hail, hail, sir. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to Ace. But yeah. So I wanted to make sure to do a stream, obviously, because I know I normally do one today, obviously, and all. Oh, excuse me. But I am going to do a special stream on Friday, a morning roast stream on Friday, since this one was late, and I'm going to have this one's only going to be a little short one. I am doing one on Friday. I'm going to have Mike Murphy on. Since we haven't talked to him in a long time, we can talk to him, see what's been going on there. Yeah. Ask him, how's life been? What's the situation with his work? And I think I should have something for Saturday and everything else. Let me look real quick. I should, because I lined up a lot of people here recently. A lot of guests I lined up. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have one on Friday. I've got Peter Gilmore on the 7th. The 9th, I've got Yakov Merkin, a new gentleman I seen on Twitter with a book. Mo, it looked a little weebish, so that might not be for you, Mo. Let's see. The 11th, I've got John Hervey. On the 14th, oh, I don't have anybody lined up on the 14th. Well, that might be the 14th. I'll reach out. If I don't have anybody, I'll relook. But if I don't have anybody, I'll reach out and see if Odin Dasco wants to come on for Kill Them Dead. But I'm pretty sure somebody reached out about the 14th. I got to double check. I might not have put them in. The 16th, we've got Dojo Kun. And the 18th, we've got Hojo. And then I've got to get Irene scheduled in sometime here this month. I got to get her scheduled in. Ace, I got to get you scheduled in. I think a couple other people. So I'm trying to keep on top of my guest scheduling and whatnot. Let's see. Buck Hunter, more like Chipmunk Destroyer. What are you talking about? Chipmunk Destroyer. That's like a 22. We're not plinking. Yeah, come on now. Fix. There we go. Come on. Stop it. Yeah. Chipmunk Destroyer. That's like a 22. The niece, Miss Trinity, she was at the gun range there. What was it? Yesterday, I think. I think she was at the gun range yesterday. She had a 22 Winchester and a 9mm pistol that they were shooting down at the range. So she had a Chipmunk Destroyer. Let's see. Don't try to sell them in Afghanistan. They're a dime a dozen now. That's true. I don't know. Some of those Middle Eastern, like, I've always liked looking at some of the calm down over there, geez. Some of those Middle Eastern like amateur gunsmithing stuff, like Brazil and like the Middle East, like Afghanistan and stuff like that, where they make those like amateur gunsmithing ripoffs, or they just make these unique like experimental guns that these people just put together. And some of them, and they have such wide range of quality. Some of them look almost like a clone of like a 1911 or something like that. But then others come out looking like you can tell they're just basic welding and everything put together, and it's like, what in the world? And then of course they just do this crazy stuff where they'll just put stuff on trucks, and some of the videos and everything that comes out, like they're just trying to make, like, they'll make 50 caliber guns that are just ridiculous. But it's fun to go watch. I have a couple Facebook groups that specialize in those kind of like amateur gunsmithing from all these other countries. Cool. Looking forward to having him on again. I'm not sure who you're speaking about, but yes. So the next stream will be on Friday and then on Saturday. Yes. Yeah, I'm doing a Friday special. I might do a stream on Sunday since Caroline mentioned doing Baldur's Gate. Maybe I'll play some Baldur's Gate on Sunday. I don't know. I was thinking about doing a tabletop RPG on Sunday. Like well, not this Sunday, but trying to in the future set up something. I'd like to do that. Because every time I turn around and look at it, I'm like, man, I'd like to play. But then I'm like, man, I don't want, if it takes forever to play it, I don't want to play it. Like, but then I'm like, well, if I do it as part of a stream and we only do it for like a couple hours, at a time, that wouldn't be so bad. And if it's in the morning when I'm awake, then I would, it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. I keep going back and forth with it. Plus, it would also depend on, it also depend on other things like who would be in the group to play with us. Like I could probably get Sim to join. And I think Richard would be the DM if he'd still be available. But then who else? And then what would we play? Would we play Pathfinder? Would we play D&D? Would we play one of the other million different things? Like I wouldn't mind playing Warhammer Fantasy. I don't know how the mechanics and system are, but I love the setting. Oh, but I don't know. I don't know what I would play as. What would give me minions? What would let me have minions? Who knows? Let's see. Don't say lined up like that after showing firearms. Why not? Let's see. A weeb. That would explain why he calls himself Yakov. Come on now. Let's see. Let me see here. He'll probably show up in my timeline here. I can find him real quick. I can show you his book. Because he was showing up a lot in my timeline earlier. Oh, figures. When I go looking for him, he's not in there. Come on, Twitter. Let's go to the following tab. That's why. Why wasn't I on following? That's weird. Oh, I could do this. Yeah, come. No. Okay. What was the name of that? Well, crap. I don't remember. And it's being a pain in my butt, and it's not wanting to bring him up for some reason. Even on the search tab. Oh, well. Let's see. What's everybody saying here? Chris. Oh, hey, Neff. He says, Chris showing off how he shoots his loads. No. I was showing off my guns here. I got 4 new black powder rifles as part of a trade. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it because I don't like it's the first gun I've ever given up out of my collection. But he's a Civil War reenactor, so he'll get some use out of the gun, And and he did me a favor. He really did. He came over, gave me a great deal to work on my pipes. And so I was like, you know what? All right, I'll go and I'll do this for him. That'll do him a solid. And so he traded me these 4 black powder guns. I'm hoping to get something out of them, to make up for the cost of buying my Civil War gun back in the day. Hopefully maybe even make a little extra money that I can then put towards either getting more of the stuff around this house fixed, because gosh knows there's so many. How the walls need painted, all my electrical wiring needs updated and changed out. I've got multiple sockets that need replaced. I've got multiple bulbs, like light fixtures that need fixed and replaced. I got a tiny hole in the roof that needs patched up. There may be something wrong with my furnace. I got all these problems over here, but it'll be all right. It's not that big a deal. They'll get fixed eventually. Hey, there's Katie. She says, yeah, and you got to have me and Red on too. I know. But you need to get rest. You need to get healed up. That's what you need to do. When you get healed up and everything, I'll have y'all on. Let's see. Sugar, hopefully she didn't go in her fursuit A firing range is a dangerous place. She doesn't have a fursuit. And she's nobody's pet. Good Lord. She does not have a fursuit. Girl don't have any money. How would she even get a fursuit? It's always a Toyota Tacoma? What? Okay. If you want the game to go quickly, play the basic edition? Maybe. You know you're going to play the old Ninja Turtles RPG, so you can invite all your furry friends with benefits. Ew, gross. Why would no? I did buy back at one of the previous Steel City cons, I bought a Batman tabletop RPG book. It was wild. Let's see. Let me see here. Play the basic edition. I don't know. I do. Well, when I was playing with Irene and them, like, it was like I had played with them. I did up the hours in my head, and it was like 40 hours I had played, and I had went up one level. I only leveled up once, and I had a little bit of gold, and I bought like a couple little things, like, basic things, and that was it. That's all I had. After 40 hours, I was like, oh man. I was like level 3, I think. And all the stuff I wanted to do happened at like 7 and 14 or something like that. I was like, I'm never going to get there. It had been like a month of real time. It had been like 40 hours. I was like, man, this is going to take forever. I was like, so it's like, I don't want to, I got stuff to do, and plus I'm somebody who constantly is multitasking. Like while I'm doing streams, I'll be doing multiple other things. If I'm, last night I was watching YouTube, I was playing a game, I was doing, a couple other things, like I can't just do one thing. And I was trying to purely focus on just that session because, I'm playing with a group. I don't want to let the group down, So having to do that multitask, trying to just focus on one thing was driving me nuts. And then just that whole like 40 hours and only going up one level, I was like, oh, I can't do this. It's taking too long. I could be getting so much other stuff done. So that's the thing. I'd like to go I like to go faster than that, So that's my only. That's what's keeping me from playing tabletop. It's just that slow pace. But then again, I don't know. Maybe is that how Pathfinder works? Is other RPGs different? I don't know. Let's see. If you're so pumped about minions, get light. It's easy to pull off. Ew. If I want real life minions, I could just get a pet or something. No, how about the game? You gave me a great deal to work on my pipes. That explains the pain in the ass Sugar was complaining about a minute ago. Hush up, Mo. You should do a show called Chris Learns How to DIY. Oh, Lordy. I would end up... If I did that... Oh, geez. I do need to learn to be a better handyman, though. You are right about that, Pale Rider. I do need to learn how to be a better handyman. Dad always tried to... I was always helping Dad, but I was always the gopher. I never actually learned anything. It was always just go get the tools he needed. I do need to learn how to be more of a handyman around the house and do stuff like that. But it's always like, man, I don't want to end up messing the thing up so it costs me more money. But then again, I could just learn through YouTube videos, I guess, and stuff. So I don't know where I would start. Like that electrical, I feel I'm just gonna hire somebody for the electrical wiring. You know, I'm always, that I don't want to fuck with that. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to fuck that up. I'm just gonna hire somebody to take care of that, like PD or something like that. The other stuff maybe. I don't know. I could maybe do some of the smaller things around the house. Yeah, I gotta glue some shelving up. I'll do that. I can do that. Uh, and of course, I know how to cook. Do some basic cooking. I can, of course, pick up on that. I'm trying to think what other handyman things I can do around here. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Mm-hmm. What else is there? Why did she show off a first Pale Rider? Stop that. My niece does not have an OnlyFans, and she never will. I'm someone who constantly is multitasking. It's called a trainer gangbang. Sugar Jesus. Good Lord. Kay says, I can't believe you're blackmailing me like this, but you're right. I do feel like crap. Exactly. You just rest. Get your sleep. Let's see. I was always the go-for. While Sugar's furry degeneracy goes back a long way. No, gopher. Go for this. Go for that. Get the tools. Come on. Everybody knows what a gopher is. Basic edition doesn't have the crunchy rules. It's straightforward. It's called basic for a reason. Yeah, true. I guess that makes sense. The only downside, I guess, would be you can't do all the cool, interesting stuff then, right? Because I do like Pathfinder, how like complex it is and stuff, how much there is there. Like it accounts for like every situation. I don't know. It just seems like everything just takes so long. It's not even like the mechanics. It doesn't feel like it. It's that. It just feels like it's other stuff. I don't know. But I guess that's tabletop in general. I guess they all take long like that. Because I thought, well, maybe it's just the way, like Nick and them play. Maybe other people, how they play, it's different. Maybe that it goes faster. So I was like, man, 40 hours and only going up like one level and everything. It seems like that seems like it would be, you know what I mean? It seems like a long time, but then again, I guess that's probably just how all RPGs are. I mean, I enjoyed playing with them. It's just I can't do that time. I got fun. I guess if I multitasked when I played with them, maybe I could do it. I don't know. Yep. Why become a handyman when you can hire a professional whom you can later trade guns with? Well, I don't want to go messing around with electric wiring when I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. No, Sugar Glider sounds like a kaiju. Hold on, what? Oh, I missed some. Chris is trying to butch up his persona. Oh Lord, That's why you said I should do DIY, so you could just have that joke. Was mentioning the gopher stuff considered dead naming since your new persona Sugar Glider? I have no persona. Oh, train. When Sugar does it himself for a change, you could show people how to skin a varmint as part of your series on constructing a homemade fursuit. Good Lord. Oh, Lordy. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I got the 4 new black powders. I got, to show it again for people who didn't see them, I got this Kentucky rifle. Not quite like the Kentucky rifles of old there, but it is a nice little gun. I kind of like it. Simple, but it feels nice and all. Tell it's made in Japan. You can tell that. All right, we got. This is that Italian one. Yeah, the Great Plains rifle from Italy, are made in Italy. Complete with scope and sling. I'm gonna have to clean all these up. The barrels are a little rusty. I see little spots of rust here and there. Yeah, this is a CVA. This is the what was it again? Hawkins. I think this was the CVA Hawkins rifle with custom engraving plus scope. Got a little deer engraving. And then this is that Buck Hunter Pro Inline. Looks like a single shot with modern, whatever plastic stock there. Looks like it just needs a little cleaned up, and that's about it. So I'm hoping I can sell them and kind of make up for the loss of my Civil War gun, make some money off of them, maybe, or something. Maybe make a little bit of money off of it or something like that, and put that towards the house. But we'll see. I guess I could, potentially take them to an auction, put a reserve on them. I don't know. Welcome to Jack Skellington PJs and Guns. I know you'd comment on them, so that's why I wore them. It's getting to be that time of year, Soul. My least favorite time of the year. Halloween and Christmas. We're getting to be that time, so I can put them on and you can't say nothing. Thirsty. That one looks like ass. Yes, I'm aware that by the time you read this, you won't know what I'm talking about. The modern one, and the one with the fiberglass, or not fiberglass, but the modern stock and everything. I'm not a fan of that one. That one's my least favorite. So I'm hoping I can get a little bit of money on them, but I don't know how much. I don't know. I could maybe take them down to the gun auction, see if I can get lucky and get something out of them. Who knows? Or maybe I can try to trade them, try to trade up and get something I want out of them. I don't know. Or I could end up keeping them. I don't know. But I don't see the point in keeping them. They're not military history related, except for maybe the Kentucky rifle, but it's not like an actual Kentucky rifle. I don't know. Sugar, but you wear them the whole year. Yeah, but I know, but this time you can't say nothing. These couple months, these next few months, you can't say nothing to me about wearing them. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't mind though. Now I'm thinking about tabletop RPGs. I don't know. I don't know. What should I do, Pale Rider? What should I do? Because that was another thing. How do people do it on streams? How do they stream like their Pathfinder or I mean their tabletop sessions? Do they treat them normally or do they speed them up? Because I feel like if you were watching it, wouldn't because I've never really watched a lot of stop saying Pathfinder, Chris. Tabletop RPGs. I haven't really watched a lot of those kind of live streams, but I feel like wouldn't they change it? Wouldn't they change the pacing? Because I feel like it would be a little too slow for people to watch. But I don't know. Hey, some person's here. He says you could get a new gun rack instead of a new gun or put money away for the bunker. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like I said, I didn't buy these. I just traded them to the plumber guy to help him out. If I do get some money for them, the money will go towards probably this house or a gun rack or something like that. That would be nice. It'd be nice to get one of those like big gun safes, but oh man, those things weigh so much. And I don't know how I'd get them in the house or where I'd put it for that matter. I could probably do gun rack would probably be nice. It'd be nice to get a nice gun rack, not one of those like crappy ones. I had a gun rack at the old house, and I put guns in them, and they ended up leaving like a rust ring around where they were leaning up in the gun rack. I was like, ooh, the material was causing my guns to rust much quicker, and just around that part where they were leaning up against it. Did not like it. Was not happy. Asking Power what to do is not the most considerate move. Probably not. Let's see. Clip that. Chris Folly grows wise and asked me what to do. Regarding tabletop RPGs, Pale Rider, you know more about them than I do. You probably keep up with this stuff a lot more than me. I've never really even watched. The only person I've really watched for tabletop RPGs would be what? The Bard. What is his name? Oh my gosh, now I'm having a blank. Something the Bard. It starts with an E. Why can't I remember it? Esper. Yeah, Esper the Bard. And then the only other person I've really watched is Penguin Forest. Those are really the only two I've watched talk about tabletop on YouTube and such. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing streaming of tabletop. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, I guess. Ask Chris questions about his bunker. I don't have a bunker. I wish. If I ever got rich, I'd probably go buy one of those like old military installations that you can buy and just fix it up, like old military bunkers. And then just fix them up and live in it. I just live underground like a dwarf with my guns. It'd be great. I would deck it out like a fortress. have a bunch of different freaking like secret entrances or something, or secret exits in case I got besieged and couldn't get out and had to make a retreat. Let's see. Tabletop Rider, Sundays on HBO. Yeah. Asperger the Bard? No, Esper. I sometimes watch his stuff, like his videos and stuff. I know he does live streams of gameplay, but I've only ever watched like a couple of them. I wonder how his pacing is. I should watch his videos, you know, because I should watch more live streams of people playing the games, so I can get an idea of the pacing and stuff like how fast is their pacing, you know. Let's see. Here's some guys. Okay, here's some guys playing basic D&D. I'll have to check that out, and then see if I can have minions. Sugar, as a dwarf, you would need a blunderbuss. Why would I need a blunderbuss as a dwarf? A blunderbuss. I think I have World of Warcraft. Yeah, Esper the Bard. Great. Hold on, let me bring that up too. Let me bring up your link, Pale Rider, so I can see it. BECMI Character Creation, Introduction to Menser Basic D&D GM Roundtable Podcast. Okay. Wally DM. All right. 2 hours. Oof. All right. But still, that should be fun. So I need to see what all classes there are. Can I get my minions? Let's see. Oh yeah, the minions thing. Yeah, you hire minions. Yeah, I remember those back in the day. Oh yeah, basics old D&D. That's right, where you can have all your little like henchmen you can hire and stuff. And by the end, like by the time you're high level, you got your own castle, and you got like a bunch of like hirelings and stuff. I remember reading about it as a fighter. If you were like high level and stuff, having hireling. I remember reading that in my like old manuals and stuff from back in the day. Let's see. Dwarves always aim for the crotch. Well, that would be probably a headshot for them. You know, comes up to about that height. New guns, you say? Says Jay Ryan. Yeah, I got 4 black powder guns. I had to trade I traded my Civil War gun to my plumber because he did me a big favor by coming in and doing my work for really cheap. And so I traded him my Civil War gun because he's a Civil War reenactor. And he gave me in return these 4 black powder guns. I don't know if they're worth it, what they're worth, but you know, we'll see. Don't get copyright struck by the D&D nerds. Well, they don't scare me. You missed it by being later than Mo. You came here for guns and got D&D. Sad. Well, we can talk about other tabletop. I don't care. There's so many cool and interesting RPGs out there. I just subscribed to a review guy that does RPG reviews. He showed up in my recommendations. There's so many cool and interesting settings and stuff. It'd be cool. It'd be cool to play some of them. Oh well. Probably will never happen though. Let's see. Ultimately, Sugar will choose whichever RPG system has the best rules for banging bears. We could always go back to Baldur's Gate. That's how I feel when they want to talk comics and then they waffle off about wrestling. Well, we can go and talk about wrestling if you want, so. But I'll show Jay Ryan my guns again. We got a Kentucky rifle made in Japan. Oh, we have the Great Plains rifle. It's scope and sling. We got the Halkin rifle from Connecticut Valley Arms with scope, of course, Bushnell Sport View, with custom engraving. There's little deers and some deer on each side there. So that's nice. Nice little custom engraving on it. So who knows? Maybe that'll add some value to it. And then this Buck Hunter Pro Inline, if I remember right, that's what it was. Little single shot, more modern thing. Also with scope. So I don't know the value of them. If they're of any account, I gotta figure it out. I might take them to an auction and see if what they'll go for. But if I can get a nice amount of money out of them, that'd be great. Then I could take them and put that money towards the house or something. Let's see. You have to roll for it first. Huh? I don't know. I always talk to Soul. No, not weird enough. That rabbit hole goes so much deeper. What? Oh, about RPG system. Are you talking about Fatal? You're talking about weird RPG systems. Let's see. Bare Necessities 2.0. It's the bare necessities. It's good old recipes that makes the bare necessities of life. No. Okay. I don't know what you're knowing to, but all right. The Glorious Nippon. Shameful display. Kentucky rifle made in Japan. What am I even? I know, right? Nonsense. Kentucky Fried Nippon. Japan has no banjos. Probably calls them differently, at least. Yeah, they're a little different over there. Powder rifles. Does that get around some walls? Well, I mean, black powder rifles, are like your muskets and stuff. They're different. You don't have to register them or anything like that. Since they're not like normal guns, they're these old black. You're using the older system. So you have different times you can hunt. There's a time for like black powder. There's a time for regular guns. There's a time for bow and bow hunting. So part of it is that. I feel like you're a big hunter and you like to go hunting all the time. You might have a all-in-one rifle, and you might have a black powder. You might have, so you can just go some this time and hit for the next one, hit for the next one. But at least that's how I've always seen it. But also the big thing, like with black powder, is like I said, you don't have to register them. They're also usually cheaper than a regular gun, because it's not like you're going to use a black powder for like home defense, or they're pretty specific, but they're cheaper usually, I think, in price. But yeah, they're pretty much just for hunting, and you don't have to like register them. You can just, here you go. Basically. Scopes are very expensive. I was looking at some and they were as much as some of the guns. Oh, I can believe it. Yeah, the last time I looked at any kind of scopes when I was at the auctions, they went up for a good price. Some of them went up for like a couple $100. I was like, Jesus. Sugar, the gun with the light attachment for the scope irritates me. From afar, it looks like someone fixed the scope with white tape. What are you talking about? Light attachment for the scope? You talking about? You talking about this? It's not a light attachment. What are you talking about? It's got a rail system. I don't know. Kind of like this one. It's got that nice wood to it. And the wood is nice and close. It's not, I like it. I like how the stock is. It's got a really nice stock. And the wood goes all the way to the end of the barrel, which I like. I always like that. I always like those. Out of all of them, that's probably my favorite. Plus, I've always wanted to own a Kentucky rifle, but it's a modernized one and stuff, so I'm not a huge fan of it. I'd rather go get a real one, but the actual ones that are made to look proper are pricey. Sugar Big Hunter Chris. Kentucky is for power gun lovers. Skin the moose. Well, moose, that's moose country. That's Sim. Yeah, light colored. Yes, that's the one. Hurts my eyes. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's just the mounting bracket. Right. Sugar really struck in the shaft of these guns. Yeah, it's just like the rail and bracket setup. And helps it get over like the sight in front of it and everything. Because you got like the one sighting is in front of it. So that helps the scope get over it. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if I can find his. That's not it. There's Yakov Merkin. Where is his Kickstarter link? There it is. Yeah. Here we go. I was going to show Mo this here. Here, this is how. There. See, it's kind of weeby. Might be too much for Mo. It even says manga on it. See, a cute girls flying starfighters manga. So it's probably too weeby for Mo. there. But I seen it. I was like, hey, this is a new fella we ain't seen before. And I'm always interested in new folks, having them on and learning about their stuff, you know. Let's see. Yeah, very manga-esque sort of thing, sort of deal here. Got little standees and stuff, so it's looks like he's got some stuff going on. Yeah, it'd be kind of neat to learn more about him. Oh, what's this? Halloween stuff. All right. I did learn about. I knew I was that guy who was doing the RPG reviews did one for a thing that interested me because it was based off of like Italy, you know, in the condottieri, you know, or however you say it, the Italian mercenary groups, you know, like your land, you know, but your mercenary groups in Italy, and you know, in the city states and all these different like Italian, like traditional Italian stuff that went on there. But it puts it in D&D, but it has a comedic tone to it. And I was like, oh, that sounds like it'd be kind of fun. And the art looked really nice on the books. But I thought it seemed really cool. But then he said it was for D&D 5e, and I went, oh. D&D ain't that, 5e don't seem that cool. But let me see. Oh, I've already seen that. Shopping. No, I'm not shopping. I just wanted to show you that book because he's a new fella. It might be too weeby for me, just a little mo. Yakov Merkin, yeah, I think that was his name, right? Yeah, new folks. That's right. Mo's probably fuming right now. He probably is. He'll know to avoid that stream. I was just giving him a heads up so he knows to avoid it, you know. Let's see. Italian Steel City. Oh, I would like to go. I guess I don't know if I'm going to Steel City in December or not. I gotta see. They just announced Nev Campbell, and they announced Rose McGowan for it. I might go just to go and take my DVD of Ready to Rumble and have David Arquette sign it. I might do that. I don't know. Mom wants me to go and dress up as Shaggy from Scooby-Doo because Matt Lillard's going to be there. And since I've always been called Shaggy, it's like I don't even have the hair for that anymore. My hair's long. Zach Ward's there. If I had my Titus show, if I had that, I'd go have him sign it because I think he was in that. John Cleese is going to be there. Of course, Monty Python. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go to it because, of course, I could go. Of course, I could go just to meet everybody again and talk like I always do. But I don't know if Mom's going to go. If Mom isn't going to go, I'll probably just not stay. Probably. Let's see. Banner of the Maid. It's a strategy RPG similar to Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, set during an alternate French Revolution. Oh, interesting. It's relevant to your interest, Sugar. Banner of the Maid. I haven't played a Fire Emblem style game in a long time. me see what it is. That's interesting. It's only $17. That's nice. I don't know. I might end up checking it out maybe down the road. I'll add it to my wish list with the other like 300 games that's on there. I'll add it on there and maybe down the road, maybe check it out. Right now, I got so many. I need to go play the games I got. Let's see. You could compromise with your mom dressed as Daphne. Good Lord. No. Rose rubber boat lips, McGowan. You're not wrong. Her picture looks weird. I don't know. It just looks weird to me. Her Steel City Con picture. I don't know. I might go. Of course, Kurt Angle's going to be there. Olympic gold medalist. Pam Grier. Let's see. Sugar Daphne. No, I'm not dressing up as a woman again. Banner of the Maid, you say? This might be for cultured gentlemen like myself. Let's see. So yeah, I don't know. Probably just need to focus on the games I need to play now, because I've got a ton of video games I need to play. I haven't played Path of Exile in a while because I had to stop with it to play Baldur's Gate. I need to play it. I need to play PoE again. I need to play Baldur's Gate and get through it. I need to play more Battle Brothers. Like, I've got a ton of games in my library I've played very little of. I probably should play more. So I don't really have to buy any new games. Oh, did you see? Did you see that? What was it? What's it? Darktide is getting a class overhaul or something like that. It's been popping up on my updates tab. They've been putting in patches for class overhauls. Excuse me. Yeah, apparently they've been doing some sort of class overhaul to, I guess make it more interesting. I don't know. We need to do a lot more with the game, a lot more content. Why do we not have more classes in general? Like, there's so much more that needs to be done with that game before it's good enough, in my opinion. If they'd have made it more like Left 4 Dead, where you'd have like what was I gonna say? If it had like Left 4 Dead mechanics where you could do like the multiplayer, I missed that about Left 4 Dead, where you could play as the special infected and try to take down a team of players. That was so cool. Get Kurt to give you both the ankle lock and the angle slam through a table. There we go. Yes, it is. Left 4 Dead is still such a great game. Yes, it is still an amazing game. I played both 1 and 2 so much. I played those games so much. And all these games that come out that are similar to it never are as good as Left 4 Dead, because either they want to monetize their game and put out DLC, or they just don't implement the things that made that sort of system great. Like Left 4 Dead didn't even have a lot of like real meaty content, but its premise was so simple and effective, like which made it fun. And none of these games compete with it. Like Darktide should have been similar to it and fun, but it just doesn't. If they'd have implemented like how Left 4 Dead, like I said, had those things where you could play as the special infected, I think then it would have worked, in my opinion. Like I would have loved to have played as like the chaos side and try to mess with and take down the other the Darktide people trying to survive. And I think that would have added a lot of replayability to the game. Make it to where I can equip gear as the chaos people, just like how you can equip gear for Darktide people. I mean, it's not like it messed with the lore of the game because there is hardly no lore to it. I think they hired Dan Abnett to write the story of that game. And it's like, what story? Nothing happened. There is no story. There's so much frustrating about Darktide. Let's see. Unused games is a Steam curse. You should never pick something up just because it's cheap. That's as bad as a reason than just because it's free. If you get to it at some point, fine. Oh yeah. That's some of the games is my thing was like, oh, I'll get to it eventually, and then never kind of did. Some of the games I have on here, it says I haven't played them, but I actually have. I just didn't play them on Steam. Like Condemned Criminal Origins. I love the Condemned games. They were freaking awesome. Some of my favorite first-person games were the Condemned Criminal. Like Condemned Criminal Origins was so cool. It says I've played it for 1 minute, but that's obviously not true. I played it on Xbox and I beat the game a couple different times. Let's see. Let's see. I love Left 4 Dead so much. I have the old movie posters Valve put out. Nice. Soul says, only played Left 4 Dead 2 and couldn't enjoy it. Too cartoony for my taste. Zombie games need to be gritty and not whack them with the pan unless it's Dead Rising 2. Let's see. Dead Rising 1 and 3 are my favorites. I haven't played 3. I have it, but I haven't played it. 1 and 2 was all right. The only thing that irritated me about 1 was that time limit, where it was always like you had like so long. They had like a timer. I remember as a kid hating that and just feeling really fucking annoyed about it. But I love the opening of. I loved the opening of Dead Rising 1, where like everybody's at the entrance and like that old woman lets the big zombies in. And they start like killing people. I spent so much time at that beginning part just running and beating up the zombies, being like, come on, let's go, people. Trying to save those people at the entrance. I'm just killing all the zombies, and they're all just standing there. I'm like, run! Go do something! I'm just wailing on these zombies at the entrance. I'm like, leave! Because I was like, I gotta save them. And I was like, okay, I give up. I always made it a goal to try and see how long I could keep them alive for. Let's see. Sugar, I saw that video about the Darktide update, but I'm not sure that alone will help. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, that's probably not going to be enough to save it. It still needs so much more stuff, in my opinion, added to it. Condemned 1 and 2, kill hobos and fight a bear. I see why Chris likes them. Hey, the bear segment was awesome in that game. Gosh, dang it. The bear segment, the mannequin segment was cool. Condemned 2, when you start out, you're just having like a bare knuckle brawl with somebody. Oh, Condemned was so much fun. I really wish we would have got more of it. I loved those games. The whole like getting superpowers towards the end, not as I was like, it's all right, I guess. But like I liked the first one where you were just like a detective trying to hunt down a serial killer and stuff. And like there's some crazy shit going on. Like driving people nuts and like the birds are all dying and stuff. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Condemned was so cool. I really liked it. Let's see. Yeah, there's just so many games I need to play again. I just don't know what I would play. I don't know when I'd have time to get to them all. Yeah, I need to go play Baldur's Gate again. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that Sunday. Maybe. All right, let's see. All right. But yeah, I just wanted to do a short little stream showing off my guns and just talking to y'all because I didn't want y'all thinking I was going to keep skipping out on you. But on Friday, developers play it too safe now, unfortunately. Yes, they really do. But that's, I guess, can be said for all entertainment now. It's all safe, bland. And if it ain't bland already, it's being turned into something safe and bland. All of it. So I don't really keep up with any of it anymore. And the rare times you do see something take a risk, it's usually like an indie game or the extremely rare occurrence of something like Baldur's Gate, where they actually put the time and effort into something. But all your IPs are turning into like bland corporate safe stuff. You know, I'm not a huge fan of what they're doing with like Warhammer 40K, and everybody's always like, "Oh, Warhammer 40K isn't turning, I don't know, woke or whatever." It's like, yeah, but they're still making a lot of changes that I don't like. That goes against, in my opinion, the spirit of the setting. Like the new armor and everything, it all just looks like they're trying to turn it into StarCraft, ironically, making it like a generic sci-fi setting. And then of course they're power creeping it. I just don't like it all. Sugar, you could indulge in your rifle fetish with Heroes of Stalingrad 2. They're pretty accurate on gunplay. Same as in Killing Floor 2. Heroes of Stalingrad. Oh, you're talking about like Red Orchestra? Red Orchestra is always fun. That was a fun game. Let me see if that's what you're talking about. Heroes of Stalingrad. Yes, Red Orchestra. Yeah, I got it. Red Orchestra 2 is a fun game. I really liked it, but I didn't have anybody to play with, so I didn't keep up with it as much. Yeah, Rising Storm. Yeah. And I was terrible at that game because, one-shot kills and everything. I'm like, oh, God. I think one time I played and I was like, I was like, okay, gotta be careful. I had my little gun but I loved it because like most of it accurately represents stuff. Not everybody could be a sniper. Only like there was only so many snipers per team and only so many guys with submachine guns and stuff. So like most of your guys were running around with bolt action rifles with, iron sights. And it's like, yes, I like that. So I always ran around with just my little bolt action gun with my iron sight. And I'm like, because I kept like, I'd be like, okay, I'm coming. I got to get to the front line. Dead. I'm like, damn. But the one time I was playing, I was like, okay. All right, hold on. What is that? spam. But I was so worried and worked up. I was playing it real careful and crouching and moving forward. And then I realized, like, I was nowhere near the front line. I was still basically in our camp. I was like, I'm never going to get to the battle. I was like, whoops. I was just so worked up and worried. I was like, shit. Plus that game requires a lot of like teamwork and stuff like that to be effective and everything. So I felt like I was, a fish out of water in a way. I miss the old Battlefields; those were good. But I did enjoy Red Orchestra from the time I played it. Yeah. Yeah, that on Steam as well. Yeah, Red Orchestra's a fun game. I enjoyed it. Plus, I got to play with my Mosin Nagant and everything. Good stuff. I think they have the Nagant revolver too. I think, or did they have the Tokarev? I can't remember what the pistol was they had. Tried Red Orchestra 2, but was shot down like a bitch most of the time. Yeah, same here. They don't really have a beginner setting in multiplayer. It's like, yep, welcome, you're it. Yeah. They just throw you into it and basically go and tell you to get good. You need the right midichlorian account to be a sniper. Bad Company. Oh my God, yes. Battlefield Bad Company was amazing. They were probably my favorite Battlefields. Oh God, I loved them so much. I was so good at those games too. I was great at Bad Company back in the day. I used to be super good. I used to be super good with the C4 and with my knife. I just ran around knifing people because I became super invested in collecting tags. And that's all I would do, just running. I'd do like circle around the map, run up behind the team, run into a house, just knifing everyone in it, and then run back out. Run over, throw my C4 on a tank, blow them up. Oh God, it was so much fun. Being a sniper, calling down the mortar strike, then destroying somebody's house. So much great fun. I loved it. I know I was almost never in a vehicle, but I did enjoy playing in the vehicles too. But most of the time I was just running around with C4 with a lot of times I was an engineer. So I had like my C4, my LMG, and just running. My friend Weiss was always a sniper, and he'd always sit at the edge of the map, just sitting there. And you just hear, and you'd see fire across the map. He'd dome somebody. Because that's how he played. That's all he played really was a sniper. I was either like a medic or an engineer because I was always either reviving people or blowing shit up and knifing people. I never played I hardly played Assault. Let's see. That's the one, Destructive Environment. Yep. Bad Company 1 and 2 were my favorite ones. For me, they went downhill after that. That was when Battlefield peaked for me. The modern ones I'm not as invested into, but I still played a lot of it because I played it on console with friends. Battlefield 1, I played with friends, but did not like it as much. It was very meh, very okay, mid. Mainly, I only liked it because it was set in World War One. That was it. I was like, oh my God, World War One. Nobody ever sets anything in World War One. This is great. And then I was playing. I was like, well, this is okay. It's just all right. But there was some things that they did I thought was interesting. Creating variants for the vehicles I thought was a cool idea. I thought that was a cool idea. Having little emplacements you could shoot was a fun idea. Yeah, shit like that was cool. Having your bipod and everything was nice. Medics felt overpowered. medics felt overpowered. I always played as, light machine gun guy anyway. Usually that or a medic because they had like bolt action and sniper rifles. Basically, I was always trying to run around as a bolt action rifle guy with iron sights. Nobody sets anything in World War One after the first 12 hours set in a trench guerrilla. That's why. I'll have you know, Mo, that is a lie. I actually play a game that's set in World War One where you set in a trench. I actually played that. You had trench warfare. You were setting in trenches, and then you had to run across no man's land and and fight and try and take their trench. It was a lot of fun. It was first person. I enjoyed it. You had your bolt action rifle with your iron sights and everything. Oh yeah, Necrovision. Yeah, I got Necrovision. Yeah, 1897. That's the trench shotgun. Yeah, I'd like to have that Winchester shotgun. It'd be cool to have. Awesome looking gun. But the only real Winchester I'd like to have is that Russian lever action, the military rifle, the military lever action of the Russian military. I'd like to have that one. I think it was in, it was in Battlefield 1. I'd like to have it. I wouldn't mind having the Russian revolver. Well, I would like to have the Nagant revolver. I need to get me one of those. I keep putting it off. I've put it off all these years. One of these days I need to buy it. The old gas-sealed Nagant revolver. One of these days I'll get that. But yeah, what was that game called now? I know it's in my library. I don't remember what it was called, though. I didn't get to play it a ton because the problem I have with first-person shooters is I find myself getting bored playing by myself. I get kind of bored. Because I feel like there's no, I don't know, I guess it feels like I'm not working towards something maybe. I don't know, there's nothing for me. I don't feel like it's engaging enough. I guess mentally stimulating enough. I don't know. What was that called? Oh, Mordhau. That wasn't a bad game, Mordhau. There's not enough first-person chivalry games. Mountain Blade. I love Mountain Blade. Oh, Mountain Blade Warband was so good. The mods for it was so amazing. That was one of my favorite things about Mountain Blade Warband was the mods for that game where I could play as Napoleonic era, and you had like you'd play like with multiplayer. You could be a line infantryman with a musket and everything, and other players would be line infantrymen. And you all line up in a line and march, and then fire like Napoleonic era, and you do that, and they'd have like the huge battles and everything. Then there'd be cavalrymen coming in. Oh, it was so great. Or playing the campaigns with the Napoleonic era with all the muskets. I think one was a Sengoku Jide mod that had like muskets and everything in it too. That was fun. There were so many good mods for that game. What was it called? It's gonna bug me. Really is. PlanetSide wasn't a bad game. Postal 2, that wasn't a bad game. Prince of Chin wasn't a bad one. Ratropolis! I need to do a video on that for Soul. Red Faction. Red Faction was so good back in the day. Did I miss it? Excuse me. see. Spaz. Spellforce. What was that World War I game called? It's going to bug me until I can figure out what it was. Huh. Yeah, I can't remember, but it was a first-person shooter, and it had like where you were in a trench, and you had to run the trench lines and stuff. And then there would be like basically you'd hear the whistle blow, and it'd be time to cross the trenches and go on the offensive and everything. And there was different classes. You know, like one person could be like an officer who would have like access to like binoculars and could call in artillery, and you had like your regular infantryman with a bolt action with iron sights. Then you had like a guy with a pistol. I think one guy might have something that was more like semi-automatic or rapid fire. I think there was an LMG guy. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and I cannot remember what it was called. Oh well. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, Verdun. Yeah, that's what it was. Verdun. Sussy from Sledgehammer would be a cool revolver to get. What? Sussy from Sledgehammer. I don't know what you're talking about. Sussy from Sledgehammer? Susie. Oh, Susie. Okay. Yeah, that's a Magnum. Oh, that's a Magnum. No thanks. That's expensive. That's probably a. No, this is a 3D print, so it doesn't really give me good detail look. But based on the look, I'd say a 44 or at least a 357, if not the full 44 mag. Yeah, that's a Magnum. That's no, no, that's way too expensive. Co-op games are just more fun with friends, even if the game isn't amazing. That is true. Yes, any game is better with friends. Yes. Rat Faction. No, Red Faction. So Red Faction. I know you got all excited about rats after I said about Ratropolis, but no, we're Red Faction. Red Faction. A cool game about a cool game about basically this being a like it's set in Mars, and you're part of like a mining group. You're a miner guy, and basically you lead a revolt against the corporation. You're rebelling against them and stuff. It was a lot of fun because it had destructible environments and everything. I spent a lot of time playing the multiplayer against my brother. I remember that, just blowing stuff up. But the campaign was fun. I enjoyed it. I remember beating it. What was the last one I played of the Red Faction Guerrilla? I think that was kind of fun. Anyway, I'm wrapping this thing up. I need to get off here. maybe get a little bite to eat and stuff and go from there. But yeah, Friday I will have on Mike Murphy. I'll have on Mike Murphy and we'll talk to him. Yeah, and then Saturday we'll have our normal stream and go from there. So thanks everybody for joining, and I'll see you all in the next one. Laters.